I don't think I've seen a bigger reaction than there was to this announcement. This is something people have been asking for literally decades, and Nintendo faked them out in the beginning, but it was true. Super Mario RPG is getting a Switch remake. It's happening. People have been dying for, begging for, clamoring for a remake of this game for decades, literally. And it finally happened. This was also another rumored project that turned out to be true. The trailer started off with the original intro to the original Super Mario RPG, and everybody was like, "Oh, Switch Online! They're bringing it to Switch Online." But then a little star of shine comes in and flies behind Peach, and then blammo, all new, visually all new. It's a remake, but it looks very extremely faithful to the gameplay and even the camera angles of the original, which, as someone who doesn't like remakes, I can very much appreciate that. I'm like, this is a remake visually, certainly, and I'm sure there'll be a couple other wrinkles in there as well. But from a gameplay mechanic and gameplay presentation standpoint, it is very
But I've
faithful
seen
to the
everything.
original. So I appreciate that. I mean, you played the original not that long ago.
Just recently. I'm glad I did, because I would definitely be spending $60 on this remake. But now I don't have to, because I literally just played it and it looks exactly the same. I mean, it looks awesome. I'm glad that they're
people had on their bucket list for a very long time. So it was great to see.
I was more
How
asking
excited people were.
you how you felt about the entire presentation, because we're going to get into, there were quite a few remakes coming out, and that's, for a lot of people, from what I've been reading, that's what made this such a great presentation. But for you, I was like, oh man, I don't know if RMC is going to be too appreciative of all the things that are coming out. And you said, that you appreciate that they're going to be coming to one system, the Switch, and that people are going to be able to get a hold of this stuff easier, which is great. But as far as you're concerned, you've played them, you've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Next.
Less than zero interest. Yeah. Super Mario RPG, love that game. I've played it a couple times since it's out. I got no interest in a remake, but that's not against this game. That's all remakes. They are not my thing. Yeah, I did a poll on Twitter, and I said this was the day of the Direct, but a few hours later, I asked what people thought of the Direct. They could vote. It was great. It was good. It was average. It was bad. 52% said it was great. 37% said it was good, and 10% said it was bad. So that leaves or 10% said it was average. That leaves just 1% that said it was bad. People really, really liked this Direct. So that's what 89% said it was great or it was good. So I mean, people, I can't think of any other Direct that had this overwhelmingly positive reaction, and that stems from, I saw games that I already played and I know I already like them, and it breaks my heart, but that's what it is. Like, I'm not knocking people who are down with all those remakes and everything like that, but that's how you get to a Direct that's so lauded, by showing people things they already know they like. So that's what you got. But that's not all there was. I'd say it was a really good mix of remakes and new stuff, which we will get into. Maybe I'll disagree with myself by the time I get through all the games. But yeah, so Super Mario RPG remake, although they're just calling it Super Mario RPG because Nintendo doesn't really like to do that. They don't like to put remake in the title because they don't want to push people away. They want to fool stupid people too, to be like, oh, this is a new game. Because if some people do see remake or remaster or whatever, they'll be like, it's an old game. I don't like old games. But if you just say Super Mario RPG, they're like, oh, a new game.
So they're just keeping the name the exact same.
Exactly. No deluxe, no anything in there. Just Super Mario RPG.
That works, I think, in this case, just because so much time has passed. You know what I mean?
November 17th, 2023 is when it comes out. We still don't know how involved Square Enix is with this game. As you probably know, Square Soft at the time, Nintendo worked together on this game before the great Square Soft drought. So I'm sure Square Enix is involved in some way, but we don't know all the specifics. So there you go. Remake, visually different. Everything else pretty much the same. So I don't know what to say. But that's what you got.